So, let me tell you a story. It's a classic David and Goliath tale, but for our time. It's all about how a small community garden in New York City ended up in a fight with one of the biggest tech companies in the world. And it all started with a single automated decision made by an algorithm.
At the heart of it all is this incredible, profound idea: the Inwood Butterfly Sanctuary. See, they're not just planting flowers. As they say, they're growing living creatures. They're growing life itself. They're connecting an entire community to the absolute miracle of nature, right in the middle of a concrete jungle.
But you know how it goes. This beautiful, simple mission ran headfirst into a very modern and, frankly, a really frustrating problem. While trying to share their work online, they got flagged, blocked, and censored. And the reason? An invisible, automated system decided that this amazing conservation work was, of all things, animal abuse.
All right, so let's dive in and get to know our David in this fight. Who are they, and what exactly makes what they do so important?
You see, this sanctuary is so much more than just a garden. It's a living, breathing, outdoor classroom, especially for young kids. And that is absolutely critical because all the research shows that those early, positive, hands-on experiences with nature are what build a connection to our planet that lasts a lifetime. And their whole mission, it's really grounded in this big idea: environmental justice. Now, what does that really mean? Well, it's about fairness. It's about making sure everyone, no matter where you live or what your background is, has access to green space and all the good things that come with it. So, through this amazing project they call Wings Without Borders, they're tackling so many important issues all at once. They're pushing back against that nature deficit we see so much in cities. They're creating these vital safe havens for the endangered monarch butterfly. And maybe most importantly, they're building real community by bringing people together to care for these incredible creatures. So things are going great, right? The sanctuary is getting noticed, picking up steam, and that's exactly when their Goliath shows up. But it wasn't a person or some rival company. Nope, it was a ghost in the machine. It was an algorithm. And man, their hard work really did pay off. In late 2024, they find out their project is a finalist for a huge international award, the Anthem Awards. I mean, just think about it. They were picked from over 2,000 entries from all around the world. This was their big shot, a massive opportunity to get the word out. But just as they're trying to get the word out, trying to rally their community for votes, bam, they hit a digital brick wall. Turns out some malicious users had been falsely reporting their work as animal abuse, and that was enough to trigger Meta's AI moderation system. Suddenly, their website is blocked, their Facebook page suspended. The very tool they needed most was turned against them.
And the timing? Oh, it was just devastating. This automated ban drops right in the middle of the public voting window for the award. With their main way of talking to their supporters just completely shut down, their chances looked, well, they look pretty bleak.
So what do? You're up against a faceless algorithm. The clock is ticking. You could just give up, but they didn't. Instead, they got really creative and fought back with some incredible ingenuity. They launched something called the #Censorship Challenge, and the idea was just brilliant. They decided to turn the algorithm's mistake into a public protest. They basically asked their community, hey, don't just vote for us. Help us show everyone how broken this automated system is. And their strategy was just genius, a real three-pronged attack. First, document it. They asked everyone to screenshot the censorship message, proof. Second, get around it. They had people share the URL by literally spelling it out. savemonarchbutterflies.org to trick the filters. And third, and this is my favorite part, they started using Meta's own AI tools to generate new content about their mission. They were using the system to fight the system. How smart is that? This whole ordeal is just a perfect example of the double-edged sword that is AI. It has all this incredible promise, right? Especially for tackling huge problems like climate change. But it also comes with some really serious risks. On one side of that sword, you have all this incredible potential. You can see here how AI is being used across all these different environmental areas. monitoring forests, making farming more efficient, you name it. It can chew through massive amounts of data to do things we just couldn't do before.
But there's the other side. As the sanctuary found out the hard way, these same systems can be a huge threat. They can amplify human biases, they can be used to silence small grassroots voices, and they bring up all these big ethical questions. If the AI is trained on bad data, or if people with bad intentions can trick it, well, it can cause real harm. Now, here's something that's really, really important to understand. Look at where all this AI tech is actually being built. It's overwhelmingly concentrated in North America and Europe. We're talking almost 90%. And what that means is you get this huge blind spot. It can lead to a real lack of understanding for what's happening in the rest of the world, in the global south. It's a kind of digital colonialism almost.
Okay, so after all that, after fighting the algorithm, rallying their community, and pulling off that brilliant censorship campaign, what happened? Did David actually beat Goliath? They won! Yes, they actually won. Against all odds, with the system stacked against them, their story got out. The community came through, the votes poured in, and their amazing, human-centered work got the international recognition it so clearly deserved. And in the end, it really comes back to their core belief, we grow community to make it happen. Their victory wasn't just about saving butterflies. It was this powerful testament that a small group of determined people working together can absolutely take on these giant, faceless systems and win. So this leaves us with a really important question, doesn't it? A tiny garden took on a global algorithm. What does that mean for the rest of us? As we keep building this world that leans more and more on AI to make decisions, we have to make sure we're asking who these systems are really built to serve. This whole story is a powerful lesson that we can't let human creativity, common sense, and community get lost in the code.